Hello everyone, so today we are going to start a new series of videos which will deal with Indian art and culture, and topic for today is dance, and this is the very first video in the topic of dance. We will have further videos on the same topic. So let us start. So dance in India dates back to prehistoric time. When the people first started to live in community, dance has been associated from that time only to the Indian society. So the engravings of community dance at Bhimbetka and Lakhudiyar. Lakhudiyar is in Uttarakhand and Bhimbetka is in MP. Okay, so we have rock cut caves out there. So there we have some of the examples or some of the evidences of dance being practiced. So the engravings of community dance at Bhimbetka and Lakhudiyar point at the importance of dance in our early society. Even now, the system of community dance are alive in our tribal society, and most tribes have their unique tradition of dance. Some among them are also find expressions in other art form like sculpture and paintings. And you can see this is a dance from Lakhudiyar on the walls of caves of Lakhudiyar. Okay, and some tribal societies, they have developed their own dance form. So this is a basically worldly painting, and it shows a community dance, as you can see. So during Harappan period also we have evidences of dance, which is best represented by a sculpture of dancing girl from Mohenjo-daro. So we have this sculpture from Mohenjo-daro. On that we can find the importance of dance in this sculpture. And we have other poetries also, wherein we have figures like this where dance is shown. Okay, so the sculpture of yours, that is the ancient period, are silent evidences of the antiquity of Indian classical dance tradition. Dance, like other form, has always been religious in India and has influenced other art form. So dance has been always religious, and religious motifs is most found in that art form. So as you can see here, this is a sculpture, and this is the famous Nataraja image of bronze, and this you can see, this is the image of Krishna. Okay, you might be knowing Krishna did a dance on Kalya Nag and all. So the tradition of Devadasis in the southern India, basically the tradition of Devadasis kept alive the dance tradition which came out of the temple to theatre by cultural revival. So you had one article on T.M. Krishna. So you might be knowing who is T.M. Krishna. If you don't know, then find out. He got Magsaysay Award this year, that is in 2016. So he says that this tradition, although it started from lower strata of society like the Devadasis, but now they have been monopolized by Brahmins. So this needs to go. Okay. Then we'll come to the point again. Then we have Natya Veda was created taking different elements from various Vedas. And what were those elements which were taken from different Vedas to create Natya Vedas? From Rig Veda, intellectual content was taken. From Sama Veda, music was taken. From Yajur Veda, we took Abhinaya or mime. And from Atharva Veda, we took the rasa or emotions. Then some of the important treatises of Indian classical dance are: the very first one is the Natya Shastra. This was written by Bharat Muni, and it was written around 2nd century AD, compiled around 2nd century AD. So this is the first treaty where we have first formal mention of dance form. Then we have something called Abhinay Darpan. Okay, so what is Abhinay Darpan? It was written by Nandikeshwara, and he was contemporary of Bharat Muni, and he was a rival of Bharat Muni basically. So one of the great dramatician, Bhasha, was influenced by Nandikeshwara, and this was also written around 2nd century AD. Then we have something called Abhinay Chandrika, which is important, and it was written by Maheshwar Mahapatra in 17th century, much later. and the bhangis of Odisha. If you might be knowing what is bhangis, if you don't know, just Google it. It is some sort of pose in Odissi dance. So they came out from this treaty. Then one more important one is Abhinaya Prakasha, which was written by Jadunath Singh. So these are some of the important treaties. Then we have dance is considered complete art. That is, we have element of other fine arts in dance. Those are music, sculpture, poetry, and drama. So as per Natya Shastra, there are two basic aspects of classical dance, and those are Lasya and Tandava. So Lasya is symbolic of feminine features of dance like grace, bhava, rasa, abhinaya, and it was performed by Parvati. While Tandava symbolizes male aspect of dance, and the emphasis is on rhythm and movement, and it was performed by Nataraja or Shiva. Okay, so before we move further, let us know something about Nataraja and the image of Nataraja. So these images of Nataraja, they were made of bronze and they were very famous. And Chola bronze sculpture of Nataraja in Tandava pose is shown here. Okay, so Chola ruler, they patronized this sort of image making in bronze. So what it depicts or tries to say, we'll see one by one. The very first thing is flowing locks of Shiva. So as you can see, the locks of Shiva is flowing. So what it represent? It represents the flow of river Ganga. Then what we have four hands, okay, as you can see here. Then the upper right hand, which is this one, the upper right hand, what it denotes? It denotes Damaru, which signifies the sound of creation. Then we have upper right hand here, okay. What it signifies is the eternal fire, which represent destructions. That means everything or anything which is created must be destroyed, okay. Then the lower right hand, that is in Abhay Mudra. This hand is in Abhay Mudra, and that shows blessing to the devotees that you don't need to worry. God is there to take care of you. So this is that. Then lower left hand. The lower left hand, as you can see, it is pointing towards the feet. Okay, the raised feet. This one. So the lower left hand, it points toward raised foot, indicating the path of salvation. Then we have one dwarf here at the foot of Shiva. What it represents? It represents or signifies the ignorance and ego of an individual. Okay, then you have two different type of earrings. If you can see properly, if then these two earrings are different, and one is of male while other is of female, and that represents the fusion of male and female, that is Ardhanarishwara. So Shiva is also called Ardhanarishwara. Then we have snake. So here you can see this is snake. So what it represents? The twisted snake symbolizes the Kundalini power. So you might be knowing what is Kundalini power, which resides in the human spine when it is dormant. Then you have one nimbus of glowing light, that is circle of glowing light. As you can see, this whole complete circle. So what it shows? It symbolizes the vast unending cycle of life. So this is very important from the point of view of sculpture also, and from point of view of dance also. So that is why I discuss. Then as per Abhinay Darpan, an act of dance has been broken into three parts. And what are those? Those are, the very first one is Nritya. That is, you just have to dance, you don't have to express anything, okay. So that is called pure dance, that is Nritya, without any dramatical element. Then you have Nritya. What is that? Where you have sentiments and emotions, and that you show with the help of some mudras. That is called Nritya. And then you have Natya. In Natya, you have a dramatic representation. You dance as well as you tell a story. Okay, stories elaborated from dance recital, and mostly the stories of Krishna and Radha are shown here in Natya. Then there is one more thing called Nayak Nayika Bhava. In Nayak Nayaka Bhava, the eternal deity is seen as hero or Nayaka, and the devotee who performs the dance is seen as heroine or Nayika. He may be a male or female. So you might have heard the songs of Kailash Kher, where he sings Teri Divani as if he's a woman. So that has been also influenced by this only. Okay, and you might have viewed this movie by the name Viswarupam, and you might be knowing Birju Maharaj. So when they perform dance, if you have not watched this movie, at least you can YouTube and watch this dance only. Okay, so it's a beautiful dance, and here Kamal Hassan performs in that way only, the way of Naika. Okay, and Birju Maharaj also performs as if he is Naika, because the eternal God is taken as Nayaka. Okay, so this is one thing, and which has its influence on music also, as you can see, songs of Kailash Kher. Okay, now come to the point again. And one more thing which we have is there are 9 rasas. And what are rasas? They are emotions that are expressed through dance, or you can say these are used in dance to express different type of emotions. So what are those? So here I have put an image wherein you can see all those 9 rasas. I will tell you one by one. The very first one is Sringara, which is love. Then we have something called Hasya, which is comedy. Then we have Bhayanaka or horror. Then we have Vibhatsya or disgust. Then Shanta or peace. Then Adbhut or wonder. Then Karuna or Karunya, that is tragedy. Then Raudra, that is fury. And then Veera, that is called heroism. Okay, so these 9 rasas are there, so you can see the expression of this child. So moods and expressions are emoted by using mudras and karanas. So what are mudras and what are karnas? Many people get confused among this. So as far as my standing goes, mudras are generally of hands. So as you can see, these are the famous mudras. And not only in dance, we have mudras in Buddhism also. Buddha has several mudras which have its meaning. Okay, so try to find out and read about that also. A question might come from that. Okay, so these are mudras, some of the mudras, and we have karanas also, that is the a combination of hand and body posture. So we have 108 karanas. Okay, and one of the very important pose which I want to discuss here is the most popular pose in Indian classical dance, and especially in Odissi, I think it is more popular. It is also popular in sculptures and paintings. It is called Tribhanga, and there was a question in UPSC about Tribhanga. So this Tribhanga pose is very important. Why? Because there was a question on UPSC prelim, and there might be a question on UPSC mains also in the first paper, that is GS1, wherein you might be asked to write something about this, okay, or the importance of this pose. So here the body is bent at 3 points. So as you can see in this figure, the body has been bent at 3 points, 3 junctures. Okay, so and it shows grace, as you can see. Just this portion has been shows, but it shows grace. And also this pose is very much associated with Murli Krishna, that is Krishna with Murli. Here also you can see his body also bends at 3 points. Okay, and not only in Hinduism, in Buddhism also you can find the importance of this pose as Avalokiteswara Padmapani. This is an image of Ajanta. You have various caves and painting out there, so it's a painting of Avalokiteswara Padmapani, and here also you can see that same pose, the Tribhanga pose. So apart from Tribhanga, we have other poses also like Sambhanga, then you have Atibhanga and Tribhanga, but these are not that much important as far as Indian arts are concerned. So this was all for today, and in our next video we'll see all the classical dances of India. So if you have liked these initiative or video, then please like and comment and share this video so that we will be motivated to make further more videos. So thank you, thanks.